As a movie critic, I review 260 movies a year, and I probably see 400 or more new ones, not counting classics or films I encounter in film classes, repertory situations, and so forth. And a lot of them just fill me with dismay because they're a complete waste of time and effort. To quote myself, I think it was, I think I said that one movie should be cut up to make ukulele picks for the poor. That was my best idea for it. And every once in a while, you find a film that surprises you and delights you and amazes you and pleases you and makes you into a better person. Pauline Kael was once asked what she did as a film critic, and she said, I take everything that I am and everything that I know and all the films I've seen and all the experiences I've had, and I take them into the theater with me, and I look at the film, and afterwards I try to see what changed.
I think this is one of the most extraordinary festivals I've ever been to. You know, I've been around to Cannes and to Sundance and to film festivals around the world. This is something completely different.
Welcome to the 18th edition of Roger Ebert's Overlooked Film Festival. We love this community. We love this group of film lovers.
I was trying to think just now whether I felt that getting a bad review from Roger Ebert was better than getting a good review from any other critic, and my answer is no.
Lily, I'm at the Roger Ebert Film Festival, and everybody just saw Grandma when I was in the audience. It was really fantastic.
This is a festival without competition. It's purely done for the love of film, to celebrate films that wanted to be loved by an audience that loves film.
Let me introduce Guillermo del Toro.
I always say first movie is a date, a blind date. Second movie is a proper date. Third one is flirtatious. Fourth time you see a movie, you're married. And also, or you should be if you want to make it an honorable movie.
I think it's a kindred spirit. Everyone who's here is a kindred spirit. They love movies and all kinds of movies.
This is a really special film to me for a lot of reasons. It's 25 years ago in July that this film opened. Roger Ebert was one of a handful of critics who not only got this movie, really understood it.
Roger Ebert kind of made my career, and I know that there are a lot of filmmakers that can say that, but I've got to tell you, he literally made my career.
It's Eve's Bayou, an astonishingly assured and artistic debut by writer-director Casey Lemons.
Mr. Ebert is such a tremendously important person in my life and in the life of Eve's Bayou.
The Polish twins, Michael and Mark, are only 31 years old, and already they've made 3 distinctive films about loneliness in the American West.
It's lovely to see the fans of just film enthusiasts. This is a very lovely, warm crowd that doesn't have to sit through anything, but really appreciates. That's a hard movie to sit through. I'm just saying. And nobody moved.
You don't really get to see a movie quite like this with an audience like this. They were so riveted, and they would react, and they would do it with such openness and kindness. It's really the most perfect audience to see a movie with.
Gene and I each sat down and made a list of our favorite single moments in black and white movies. My list started with this moment from The Third Man by Carol Reed. It's been called the most famous entrance in movie history.
With us to introduce the film and to help talk about the film is a legendary script supervisor who has been working in the film business for 65 years.
You know, I have been very lucky. I've worked with some fascinating directors and met some, you know, amazing people.
This to me is an experience of community and connection that's disguised as a movie festival. And the kinds of conversations that can happen is the most extraordinary gift that can be given to a filmmaker.
Sometimes people go to the movies and they talk about how the movie made them cry. I found a peculiar thing about my emotional reaction to movies. I rarely cry at something that's sad. I cry at something that's good. I mean, not good in the sense of well done, but good in the sense of being moral or being something that I feel brings out the best nature in people.
What do you think? Ooh, I like that one.
It's not about the roles. The gospel demands us to go where they're needed. And when you touch the pain of the world, it releases hope into the darkness. That's what we're called to do.
Well, I think what's so in line with what Roger's Spirit was is it is not only bringing people together, but bringing people together in hope.
But then when I get to Ebertfest, I get to celebrate the beauty of a documentary like this and the beauty of filmmakers, these women filmmakers who felt strongly about making a movie like this.
We're all storytellers, but the reason we tell stories is that we can feel more connected, that we can share this human experience that we're having as individuals with others, and it can be something more than us.
Even though we're in a theater, it's considered rude to take out your phone. Right now, it will not be rude to take out your phone. So bring them out. I'm watching you. We can see.
Film enables you to, amplify that world and amplify that vision. And you realize that as just human beings in a world, we all have so much in common.
Through storytelling, we can put an audience or reader in the place of the so-called other to powerful world-shaping effects. And the movie that we're going to see this afternoon illustrates that clearer than a lot of other movies I've seen.
My story begins with my grandfather.
احنا ولدنا وعشنا تحت الاحتلال فكنا جاهزين نعمل أي شيء من أجل.
I sort of communed with Roger over this decision. And then I knew with 100-degree certainty this was the first movie to get the humanitarian award. But the highlight for me was giving the Ebert Humanitarian Award. And looking at the people who went to great risk, both the Israelis and the Palestinians in that movie. One day they decide we want to change the story. If you change the story, you change your life.
Films are meant to allow us to enter worlds other than our own, to challenge us, to inspire us, to educate us, but ultimately to allow us to see the other as us, to understand that through people's hopes and fears and dreams and the stories that they tell each other. And there's something magic that happens when the lights go off in a theater and we have this collective dreamlike experience. It's a very human experience. And I think that's at the core of what Ebertfest is all about and what Roger was all about.
I think a film really burns inside you when you don't really enjoy it that much, but when it sticks to your bones and goes home with you and changes your life and makes you think and feel and remember.
I think that the beauty of true filmmaking, like that of any art, is that it comes out of need, and out of real need of the storyteller to express something, because it's a vital activity of his life. If we don't make the movies we love, we die, you know? And when those movies exist in a context in which they are received with the same passion and the same depth and the same commitment, communication happens.
So I think cinema has that tremendous power to teach us what we don't know in a way that comes in almost sometimes a back door. People can come to see a movie and leave ready to change the world. And that's the power of cinema. And I think that we can never lose that. And I think that's why the movies has to be something we never, ever, ever lose. Because things like this can start a revolution within that starts a revolution without.
Because everyone in the audience, everyone on the stage, everyone here in this room shooting me here is all the ripple effect of Roger. There was a line in Radical Grace where they mentioned the ripple effect of just how, you know, someone doesn't die, someone resonates throughout time, and we're all that ripple effect of Roger. Everyone here participating in this is, and I love how it just keeps going on and on and on. So.
To us, the film festival is it's not only a place for entertainment, it's a serious place as well, because we talk about storytelling, and that if you change the story, you can actually affect the world, you can change people's lives.
Movies are spiritual callings. They are like going to church, and you encounter a spiritual dimension and empathy in a movie when you see it for the first time. And throughout your entire career, if you touch one person's life and you change a person even to a small degree, or make their life a little better or a little deeper or a little more meaningful, once, you change once, that little, and you change a whole generation. You don't realize it, but movies have saved my life and my sanity as it stands many, many times. And I think it's important to always approach what we do from passion.
You know, I've seen the film 3 or 4 times, and this time, oddly enough, I found myself focusing more on what it has to say about death and reconciliation to death and the lifespan, the arc of a life, as opposed to the romance, which I think was what I focused on certainly the first time I saw it.
Like life. What was the question again?
More an observation which was designed to inspire profound thoughts from you.
No, we usually live lives that have nothing to do with death, and I think every day of our lives we should really think about it, because that makes life more fulfilling, more important, more complete. So I think the whole idea that one establishes a society where death has been sent on a long holiday, where we die in foreign little hospitals surrounded by strangers, is very alien and very deadly to me. I think we should embrace death on a daily level. So this is constantly, you know, try to make the constant point of this, that we are all traveling to die. And that's not, as you may have noticed, and you know, what I gather from all the laughter, it's certainly not a morbid little journey, it's a splendid journey, but we must balance the journey. We must not make it a single journey that is about life. The journey about life is about both the inner and the outer.